All right, guys, today is October 12th, 2025. We are almost 1 month out from the Ironman race itself. And this weekend, we are in Fredericksburg, Texas. It is me, Yoli, Landry, Trevor, and Trey. It is a boys' weekend, a boys' training camp. So over the next 2 days, we're gonna log a bunch of miles, ride for many, many hours. We just arrived. We're parked outside of the Airbnb. First thing on the schedule, 16-mile run. So we're going to do that. Well, they don't call it the hill country for nothing. We're getting a little worked right now, but that's why we're out here, baby. We're here for the terrain. We're here for the environment. We're here for the conditions. The conditions, the hills, the weather, these roads. It's providing a stimulus that we don't get back home. That's what I wanted. That's the intent of the travel and this trip. So, hitting a gel, getting some carbs. Honestly, with these type of hills, this route, this heat, fuel, hydration, nutrition, it's so important. Because after this run, we got a little break, then we got a 2-hour ride, followed by tomorrow, which is another big day. We got a little director's monitor here. Where's Nick? All right.
That's
I can see what you were shooting. This little gentleman here. We got about 2 miles left. Feeling strong. You know, something I was thinking about. Majority of my runs, 95% of my runs are done first thing in the morning. It's my first workout. I'm not fatigued. Same amount of meals in me. You know, a lot of consistency. When it comes to the race, I'll be running this time of day. So getting in that practice of just what it feels like midday running, longer miles, it's a critical component to prep. But knowing what this feels like, I mean, the stimulus, the effort, it feels different than those early morning long runs, as expected. But knowing what it feels like, trying to just incorporate some more predictability, I think it's an important part of prep. Those hills, they just wear and tear on you. Quads are super taxed after that one. Felt strong though. 7:16 pace, I was happy with that. 814 climbing, 932 descending. But I was happy with that one. I felt strong the whole way through. But I can tell it's been a while since I ran midday in the heat. But this out here, this will This will build your quads. This will build you into a really strong runner. All right, that is workout 1 of Fredericksburg training camp. 16 miles, logged. So it's been about 2 hours since we finished the 16-mile run, and now I have a 2-hour bike ride. So we're on the same route. It's technically the Crab Apple route. So we got all of our fuel on the bike, 2-hour ride. We got a bottle with G1M Sport on the back, and then up here in this bottle, I have G1M Sport as well. And then I'm gonna throw a few gels. Few Go gels here in this front carrying case, which is right here. Just throw those in there like so. So we're staying fueled for this ride. See how many miles we can get. The goal is 20 miles per hour. So if we can get 40 miles, it'd be pretty ideal. But it looks like this sun's gonna be coming down here faster than we wanted to. Not a cloud in the sky. This is great cycling out here. There's some nice climbs. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I honestly didn't even ask Roca for this kit. It just showed up at my door a few weeks ago. So they just co-branded some BPN, Going More, Roca tri-kits and set in my way, which I'm very grateful for. All right, let's ride. When I'm in a prep and I'm chasing down a goal and an ambition, I'm not thinking about race day. I'm not thinking about peak week. I'm not thinking about the taper. I'm not thinking about the finish line. I'm thinking about today and tomorrow. What do I have to be committed to? What do I have to do today? What do I have to do tomorrow to get one step closer to where I want to be? You know, the best part about commitment is that it doesn't require you to be born with a certain skill.
The power and choice of commitment is something that we all get the opportunity to choose right now, today. You can say right now, I'm going to commit to this one thing. And then tomorrow when you wake up, commit to that process. And the next day when you wake up, commit to that process. And the following day, and the following day, and the following day, commit to that process. But you don't have to be special to commit. Commitment is a skill that we all have the invitation to accept and apply.
All right, so we didn't quite make it to 2 hours. I pushed it as long as I could go, but it's too dark to keep riding. So 1 hour, 45 minutes, 26 seconds, 35.06 miles, average speed 19.95 miles per hour. That was a beautiful ride. I mean, it started cooling down that second half of the ride. There's like a briskness to the air. I was riding so close to cattle, to cows, steers, longhorns. I could pet them as I was riding by. The one downfall of riding these roads, there's so many cattle guards. Every time I hit a cattle guard, I'm just waiting to just wipe out. Save that ride. Great day of training. It is 7:30 p.m. Let's go eat some food. Yeah. All right, dinner time. It is 8:14 p.m. Boys are dumping all the footage from today. So we had a 16-mile run, 35-mile bike. Tomorrow morning, we're doing a 100-mile bike and a 5-mile run. So a run off from the bike. Dinner tonight, we got some veggies, we got some rice, we got some chicken, got some barbecue sauce in there, and of course topped with America's finest ketchup, organic ketchup. So we're gonna eat, we're gonna organize all of our stuff, and then tomorrow, really big day of training.
How do you balance forward thinking, but also at the same time being present? Or is that something you're still?
I think it comes down to, like, you gotta choose your battles. Like, what are you willing not to overplan so you can live in the present? And then what do you have to plan for in the future that may take you out of the present? So, like, right now, being in prep, I say I have more of, like, this on my life than I normally would. In terms of, like, I need to get these calories in, I need to get these meals in, I need this type of nutrition. So I have a tighter grip on a lot of different things in my life right now that when I'm not in a prep, I don't. And I think one of my strengths is that I can be hyper disciplined and consistent and control the necessary variables that I need to control to get done what I want to get done. But sometimes I can overdo that. And you know, when you're constantly trying to control all these different variables in your life to achieve a certain outcome, there's sacrifice that comes with that. There's collateral damage that comes with that.
but like, I'm aware of it. And I think that's something I know I'm aware of what I'm doing. But I do look forward to post-prep where I can have less of a tight grip on some of these variables that I like to control and just be more spontaneous with friends and family and my wife and my kids. I mean, it definitely plays to my advantage when I go into not just a prep, but when I set a goal. Like when I set a goal that I want to accomplish, having this level of discipline and control and forward thinking and backwards planning, it's beneficial, right? But sometimes you can take it too far and it becomes all consuming. So I try to really balance that. Like when I'm focused on something, I'm focused. And then when I need to be focused on my wife or the kids or the business or people in the business, I focus on them and that. But I'm not perfect, and sometimes I get it wrong, and sometimes I just don't do it right. But I'm trying to do it all the best of my ability. Miles, 20 miles per hour roughly, with like a little break, a little over 5 hours. Let's make sure we prep all of our food that we need prior to. So like sandwiches, lunches, whatever you need. And then directly after the 100-mile bike, we'll go into, the plan is a 5-mile run, but I might end up doing more based on how I feel. 5 miles minimum. So we're looking at, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. Probably won't be back here till maybe 3, depending on how far we are out when we stop. It's a full day. It's Century ride time, baby. 100 miles. 100 miles, and then directly off the bike, we're gonna do a 5-mile run. That's the plan right now.
All right, we are about halfway done with the ride so far. Lots of climbing. But I will tell you, if you have spent any time in Texas, you probably have like this idea. Well, whether you've spent time in Texas or not, you probably have an idea of like what Texas looks like. If you put someone in the hill country of Fredericksburg, you would never guess that you are in Texas. I mean, there are parts that look like Montana. There are parts that look like Tennessee. It is such a diverse environment and area. It's absolutely beautiful. So we're getting some caffeine in us. GUM Sport Plus, 20 grams carbs, 350 milligrams sodium, 150 milligrams of caffeine, and nootropics. And then we're gonna finish last half of this ride before we go into the run. Stunning, absolutely stunning out here. Also, there's all these small towns, very small towns, that we're passing through. Like this one right here, we might be on Main Street. This might be the square. Obviously, this gas station no longer exists, but at one point it did, and you don't find these places, many places anymore. Oh, it's actually, it was the United States Post Office as well. Warring, Texas. Yummy. Dude, my quads are gonna be done after today. No, dude, so like, I got turned around in that downtown. It kept making me get on the bike trail. It wouldn't let me, like, it wouldn't navigate for me off the bike trail. So I am like going 1 mile per hour, trying to fall off my bike on the bike trail. Everyone's giving me this look like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm sorry, like I have to be on this trail because my map won't route me otherwise. I kept going, I tried going around it, and it's like, get on the trail, get on the trail. I was like, gosh dang it. But like all these people are looking at me like, what's this guy doing? All right, right now we are 80 miles in, 4 hours, 32 minutes, 4,149 feet of gain so far. So just adding a little fuel. Actually, I just hit a gel, so kind of a bottle of the electrolytes actually. I'm gonna throw a scoop of electrolytes in here. So we got 20 more miles, which should be about an hour, and then ride's done. I feel strong. I'm happy with the way I'm attacking these hills. It's a lot of climbing on this route, which I like. I like for the fact because 80 miles in and a lot of climbing, my legs don't feel destroyed. I still feel strong. So like, 20 miles left, 1 hour. I feel I'll go into the transition of the run still feeling really good. But one of the benefits of getting out on the road, I spent a lot of time on the trainer, indoor on the bike. You build a lot of confidence out on the road. The more time you spend. I mean, yesterday was my first time in a few weeks out on the road and just getting my bearings straight. This morning, first hour, still getting my bearings straight. And now, 4.5 hours into this ride, feel very comfortable, very confident. That's one thing that you can't replicate on the trainer. Outdoor riding confidence. Bike handling, shifting, all of the things. It's a much different riding experience. You can build power, you can build stamina and strength and endurance on the trainer, but there's certain things that you have to learn out on the road. And that's the benefit of it, and that's why we're out here. Miles, boys. Done. All right. A little longer than we wanted to, but we got her done. 100 miles, 5 hours, 42 minutes, 45 seconds. We had 5,115 feet of gain. Save that workout. Don't want to lose that. New distance PR. 100.1 miles. Yes. All right. Saving this. We're going to change. And then we got a 5-mile run. We're probably going to just drive off to a more safe location. This is the main road here. And then wrap up the workout for today. 5 miles to go. That's it. Ain't nothing. Nothing to it but to do it. Yeah, dude. We just got that close now. Well, we finished up at Lukenbach, Texas. We got live music. We got ranch water. We got motorcycle parking. We got corn dogs. What a place to end. Save that. 5 miles. That's the workout for today. 100-mile bike ride into a 5-mile run. 5 miles, 35 minutes, 54 seconds, at a 7:10 minute per mile pace. Legs were really heavy coming off that bike going into that run, which is kind of abnormal for me from the previous brick workouts I've done. The only thing I can think of is there's been no brick workouts and no bikes in general that have had that much climbing. So the climbing obviously thrashed my legs. Did a number on my legs, so I felt that in the transition. But that's a workout. We're gonna grab some live music, pick up some Diet Cokes. Lukenbach, Texas, ladies and gentlemen. Yeehaw. Wrapping up the night with the evening routine of prep. It is a bowl of cereal. It is Cascadian Farms organic cinnamon oat clusters. Got some peanut butter in there. And we're wrapping up a great training camp. Great 2 days of training. Today was a big effort. Tomorrow morning, me and the boys are heading back to HQ, back to the office. We're all gonna run in the AM. So I have a 10-mile run tomorrow. I think these boys are also gonna join me for the 10 miles. So we're topping off on carbs and fuel tonight in preparation for tomorrow morning's run. We are officially 34 days out. 34 days from Ironman, Arizona. We have a lot of work to do still. It's really 24 days of work, and then we got a 10-day taper leading to the big race. But these last couple of days, just spending some time in the hill country, some big workouts, some big milestone efforts, and then just really refining our fuel and nutrition strategy, and then just pushing to see what we've built over these last, at this point, 13, 14 weeks that we've been in this prep. But we still got a lot of work to do. So, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoy this one. From me and the boys in Fredericksburg, Texas. We'll see you in the next video. And as always, go on more.
I've got 4 miles in the morning, not 10.
Go one more.
I ran a race this weekend, so
I'm doing
I'm
whatever.
running though.
Lots of excuses.
Whoa.
I'm doing whatever Landry's doing.
I'm following Simon's training plan. I think you were the one that said
You told me to stop
Simon is
running.
the athletic trainer.
All right, so what, 4?
Yeah.
4? We'll do 10.